things that happen in my life showing how a lot of times when we as Black women don't feel protected, it ain't just start right now. It didn't just start right now. All of a sudden now, I'm 51 years old and I don't feel like nobody is going to protect me. I don't feel like nobody got my back. Or if I was to find myself in this situation, I don't think nobody would be there for me. This didn't start right now. This didn't start right now. Okay? If you're listening right now, I want you to keep on listening, so then you can be able to really get some of these different examples and see where I'm coming from when I'm saying that if you are a Black woman and you are right now in your life, your current life, you 27, you 35, you 41, you're 51 like myself, you're 60 something. I want you to realize that you not feeling protected did not just start. It did not just start. A lot of times, if you were to reflect back on your life, you would see that whole thought process of not feeling protected, most likely, a lot of times started way back when you were a child, okay? And occurrence or instance after instance kept on happening that compounded themselves on top of each other, that got you to a point of where you are now, where you feel like, I got to have my own back in every situation. Nobody is going to be there for me if whatever happened. I don't care, no matter how big or how small the situation may be. So at 5 years old, you know, the first some sort of sexual contact or something that was placed on me, to me learned early on that, or thought early on that what was happening or what had happened to me was my own fault. All right. So moving forward in my life, from 5 all the way until I was around 12 or 13, I had multiple instances in my life where I was being sexually abused or molested, or however you would want to say it, by different people. Now, moving forward, those other instances that were occurring were occurring by the hands of adults, okay? Grown men were constantly doing something to me in some way, shape, or form. And from that first instance at 5 years old, when it happened, and I was beat for that happening to me. I was beat. I wasn't talked to. I wasn't sat down and said that what happened to you is not your fault, baby. I'm so sorry. I wasn't embraced and hugged and treated with love. I was cursed. Boys, when I was like 15 years old, these two boys from the other side of the park, on the other side of our elementary school, it was, you know, all of the kids on that side. And these two boys, they come over on our side of the block. And these two boys, one of them, he started trying to talk to me. And when he started trying to talk to me, I'm basically telling him, going on, I mean, I don't like you like that, or whatever. This boy placed his finger on my nose like this. I remember that. When he placed his finger on my nose, my hand grabbed a hold to his finger. Once I grabbed a hold to this boy's finger, we started fighting. When I say we, and it was everybody standing out there. This was a summer day, I remember. And we began to fight down to the ground. When I say, I hung with that boy. We fought, okay? It's like, once everything was over, I sprung back up. I sprung back up on the ground. But the boy, I feel like he felt embarrassed, you know, because it's no way in the world I should have hung with him like that, because he had this reputation for being this badass, you know, just being for real. So it's no way in the world, I guess, in his mind, that I should have hung with him in the way that I did. And then his friend had liked me too. But his friend, I guess he felt like, oh, okay, this B thinks she all of this. So the friend just walked up to me. After I got finished fighting with his homeboy, the friend walked up to me and let me know, B, you ain't all that. Slapped me so damn hard. When I say in front of everybody, slapped me so damn hard. This was when I was 15 years old. And I remember this grown lady that was standing out there. She thought it was the funniest thing. She thought it was the funniest thing. So what I'm on, like, what, thing number 4? And she stood out there and she just hollered out. She said, damn, he just slapped the out of her. And people just, he hasn't said that my tail lights were broke. I failed to put on the blinker. I was speeding. I couldn't have been speeding because you were just talking to me right there. He didn't say any of these things. He gonna tell me I think I'm all bad, all this stuff. So I ended up crossing my arms like this because I'm saying, okay, this man is on some bull. He gonna tell me, oh, you gonna cross your arms? He started yanking on my arms. I would not let him go. I could see the panicky look in the white officer, because the white officer was a young officer. This particular guy was an older officer. I was in my 20s at the time. This man looked like he was like mid-30s. Well, I just kept my arms, and he was yanking all on my arms. I remember it was this guy, like, you know, he looked to be like a homeless like type guy that was walking down Mac right at the time. And he said to the officer, why you messing with her? Okay. When he said that to the officer said, so that's funny. Okay. It takes this homeless guy was the one person who, in all of these instances that I done said from 3 to now, here I am in my 20s. This one homeless guy had the nerve to go on and speak up and say, why you messing with her? Why are you doing this? Because he can see that it look weird because I'm not doing nothing and I'm standing here with my arms folded while this man yanking on me. He told that homeless man he better get the F on. Okay, he let him know, get the F on and keep on walking down the street and man your business. And the man went on and kept on walking. Okay, so again, why do we always feel like that as Black women, we unprotected? Because even the one person that did try to protect me, it wasn't even nothing that this man could really do. It was nothing he could really do. He did voice his concern about it, but that officer let him know immediately, this ain't none of your business. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? And really, what was he gonna do? So the man kept on walking, and now I'm just standing there yet again by myself. Why these offensive? I wish there was something else that I could say that would even be the answer or the remedy to us not having to be in a position where we have to constantly protect ourselves. But really, it's not. It's not. We feel the way we feel because this world has put us in a position of constant, you got to look out for yourself. You got to look out for yourself, Black woman. You have to look out for yourself. You're responsible for yourself, Black woman. And you also are responsible for how others treat you, whether it's good or bad. And that's sad. That's sad that we have to feel like that. Okay. So now I'm jumping all the way back to what I said about my daughter that day in the mall when she was like, Ma, why you giving that man your number? It's even to the point of how we say it's a generational thing. I taught my daughter very early on that you have to basically do stuff you don't even want to do in order to protect yourself. You have to do stuff you don't even want to do, like give men your number that you don't even want having your number. And now you just have to let them, and this was before the time of you can block people on your phone and this and that. Now, once you had at that time, if you had given someone your number, you just got to let them keep on calling and calling and calling, and you just don't answer until that person get tired of calling you or whatever.